Yo, forgot how to stream for a second. I was like looking for the button that changes scenes. So how's it been going with Mordor Goblins? I'm playing it a bunch by myself. I did another league. I changed it a bunch. Ragavan's in the list right now. I'm not sure that it should be in the list. I'm gonna tell you how I got there though. So this one doesn't have Ragavan. Well, it didn't have Ragavan last time. There's actually a video on YouTube if you want to see where it started. I posted this in the channel. I posted it on Twitter. But before this card came out, I was like really excited, and it's the first black aggressive 1-drop modern has. And it's a goblin, so I'm trying to play it with goblins. So I'm pulling over this Mox Field version because it actually is different right now, and part of what I'm about to do is like make them meet in the middle again. So this is kind of what it looked like last week. The difference here is probably, I think I have 2 more lands. I don't know what the hell I even cut for them. I had Pashlik Mons in it when I played it last. I never got to a position where Pashlik Mons was good, but I had a couple spots where Chain Whirler was good, so I was like, let's stick with this Chain Whirler thing, lean into this. I've been playing, how's it going, Grok? I've been playing this a bunch, and I kind of have determined that every time I play these Mog Fanatics, I kind of wish they were something else unless I have a Call of the Death Dweller. But I draw Call of the Death Dweller so infrequently that I think that Chain Whirler and Bowmasters is enough. Well, feel free to fall asleep watching. That's what I do to plenty of people. Shoutouts to Young Dingo. So this list is like not compact enough. So I've been like, this is like kind of bad. So this was 3 Moria Marauders for a minute, and then I was like, that's too many. And I put this guy in. This guy's been great in the games where I've gotten him down, which is like once. He was still awkward on curve then, but it is what it is. Anyway, to answer your question, Grok, have I gotten good results with Stalactite and Zoewa? I haven't gotten good results per se. I've gotten 2 2-3s, and my second 2-3 was fake. So like, that has not been good. Like the deck itself. But I said at the end of the last stream, like this core, Stalactite Stalker, this is how I ended up here. This core, to move back to Magic Online and maybe the newest version of Stalactite Stalker, Zoewa, you know, a million fetch lands, and then Orcish Bowmasters, and Fable, and Moria Marauder. This is good. Like, you don't want 4 Moria Marauders. I don't know if it's, no, I don't think it's necessarily better. And it right now it feels like a worse version of Scam. But right now the combo with Goblins and the mid-range build and Harbinger and all that just feels like you never combo, and in the combo matchups where we used to aim to combo, it's gotten a lot harder because of the One Ring. So everybody who's had success lately, right, Landon, so that convinced me even more that my assessment that Zoewa and Stalactite Stalker is a good core. Like, Fury would help Moria Marauder be a better card if it was banned, but it Fury isn't really what's holding it back. Although it's I mean, Beans plus Fury, obviously, but I've beaten Beans twice with the deck, and I've only played it 3 times. So being aggressive and pressuring their hand a little bit is enough in a lot of games, and Blood Moons in the side while you have this much pressure. But things I've noticed and what I'm trying to maximize now is Orcish Bowmasters untapping and slamming a Moria Marauder. That's good. Like, it actually just is good. And there's nothing to say that we can't just start like that people who aren't playing that are correct. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, so there's everybody always says that about Zoiwa, and every time I've seen someone discard a card, it's been a mistake. Like, and my goal is to get them, like, the worst mode is deal 3 damage to each opponent who didn't, right? The rest are insane. Like, we're just trying to deal 3 damage every time. The one time Zoiwa's ability has been a choice, they didn't even make the right choice, but they had a Chromatic Star in play, and they could have sacrificed that. Treasures don't enable Descend, unfortunately, Landon. It's only permanent cards. So cards is the key thing. The reason I put Ragavan was because, I don't know if you see this at the top, that list that you were talking about, Anvil Stalker, I've been playing it in practice rooms. I haven't run through a league with it because I don't want to. It's not my deck, right? But it gave me a lot of confidence in the package that I identified as good, which is just Stalactite Stalker and a pile of fetches. And like, it is aggressive enough. So I had Mog Fanatic in, I took it out. Maybe these Skirk Prospectors should be Mog Fanatics, just to like get on the pinger nonsense. But I actually am leaning towards making them Snoops. The Runevelt Horde Masters have been like kinda meh. Like, they sort of help. They sort of help with making your stalkers bigger, but like, it is really rare that the extra point of power matters. Are you talking about Knucklebone Witch? Oh, because we don't actually, okay. I know what you mean, and it sounds like it would want it because we're talking about being aggro, but it's a much slower, it's a much slower game that I'm really trying to play. Like, it is aggressive. We're gonna count out how many goblins we're playing. You might be right, but like, the thing that I noticed is that you can't play X1s. Like, you really just can't, because it's free for Fury to pick them up. You can play like 1, and Ragavan is that 1, but like, Bowmasters is like sort of an X1, but like, when you start playing more, it just gets real bad real quick. But looking at Goblin Blast Runner, like a 3/2 menace that you actually have to keep, and it's not just, so this is worse than Descend. You actually have to sacrifice something. I can't discard anything. Like, I actually have to sacrifice. So that's different. So it's like really only functioning with my fetches, or I guess treasures. It does function with treasures. It functions with Evoke, believe it or not. Evoke says you sacrifice it when it comes into play. So it does work with Evoke. I don't know if I want Skirk. That's the thing. I was thinking about taking this list and like adding Snoop to it and putting Vials back in. Let's see what we've got on Goblins. It's 20-ish Goblins, but never 20. I think it's interesting, the Goblin Blast Runner thing. Because it does have haste. You go really quickly. It makes Moria Marauder a little better. There's a lot of turns, though, where I'm like playing turn 1 Stalactite Stalker, turn 2 nothing, because I'm holding up Orcish Bowmasters. But is that really a problem? It's not really a problem. I guess we can try it. So I think Call is a good card, but you never draw it. I think I do want 21 lands with my curve this high. This card is actually decent, but I don't... It's like kind of meme-ish. So like we can just put 4 of these in the deck. Call it a day. Go buy them, but not a terrible idea. I'm resistant because I don't want to be an 8-whack deck. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's so funny that you say there's got to be a whack build with it. There is. People are playing it. I'm trying to think, like, 21 lands. I was playing 20 before. 20 was basically enough, but not quite. Did these Bitter Triumphs really just be Furies? Like, almost definitely. I own them, so why not? We put another... Whoops. How did I get too many cards all of a sudden when I removed... Oh, because they didn't actually come out. That's why. So I gotta get 4 Goblin Blast Runners. Do it. I think I'm just gonna go straight into a league with that because, I mean, it can't be too much worse than what Mog Fanatic was. So, Goblin. It's a relatively new card too, so it's like, I don't know when Delver took over Legacy, but probably immediately. Maybe it takes a while. Bowmasters takes the munitions expert role. I mean, yes and no. Bowmasters is like probably the best card in the format, like pound for pound. It punishes players for drawing cards, and like our goal is to put them in positions where they're like, fuck, I need to dig for this board wipe or whatever, and this makes their clock, like, cuts it in half. And so the point of Bowmasters is like, it's just a great card. It's really good with Moria Marauder. It's great with Call of the Death Dweller. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, Bowmasters is way better. Way better than Munitions Expert. I mean, Munitions Expert sometimes doesn't even deal 1. Munitions Expert is like, I tried Gorebag. I looked at Gorebag. I know who you're talking about because I looked at him. He makes you sacrifice the things, which, like, I don't really want to sacrifice my stuff. Like, my stuff is good. The things I'm sacrificing are hopefully fetch lands, and then they're killing my stuff, and that's triggering Descend. So, like, I don't know. Maybe this works. This feels like it's going to be decent. It feels like 4 Zoyoa, maybe too much, but we could like, what would I put there instead? I don't know. Cards that I've felt I have a bad time against. I have 0 artifact hate, which like is actually an issue, and I'm playing red, so why do I have 0 artifact hate? What can I do about that? I mean, I have Pithing Needle. I have Chalice. We have 1 Molten Collapse, so we're playing it. These are Planeswalker killers. This card is a modern staple, and people don't know it yet. This is 3 life to kill a Planeswalker is like no big deal. And this is instant speed, destroy target creature or Planeswalker. It's like just better than Terminate. And people are pretending like the 3 life matters. Like, this is like one of the best cards in Modern quietly right now. And like 2 months from now, it's going to be more ubiquitous. Fatal Push. All right, I guess we're gonna try it just like this. 3 basics, probably enough. I've had such a hard time against mono black strategies. Like Shieldred lands, and it's impossible to kill it. I can't draw cards because of it. And so, like, not that I draw that many cards anyway, but I don't know. If there's something that I can do against mono black, card. Yeah, I mean that's. I don't know. Maybe we can play. What do we have? Creature, enchantment, sorcery, land. So it would be kind of hard to get enough for other stuff. Yeah, that's what I've got. It's like it just that matchup has felt so hard. I don't care about Living End and Cascade, other Cascades right now. Mostly focused on Beans and Scam, and this deck has a decent record against the Scam and Beans players I've played, but there's a lot of new players that are like wandering around the leagues because of the brew token and all that. You can tell that they don't really know the deck that well, and so they've made some like pretty big mistakes against me. Keeping bad hands too, that's something you don't see. I guess we're gonna try 4 Goblin Blast Runner. Why not? It doesn't have haste, just menace. I'm always going for a 5-0. It feels like the 2 Furies. Should we make this back to 2 Bitter Triumphs and leave 2 Furies on the board? Or is 4 Furies main just better? I feel like free spells is just better main. Let's just. I don't know if you can hear that. My dishwasher running in the background. Kinda loud, but quietest one you can buy, so. I don't know. The Squee, so like the flex slots right now are Squee, the 2 Horde Masters. Should I even be playing these 2 Horde Masters? That's what I was saying earlier, that they're bad. It's not that they're bad, they just haven't done a ton. Like, is there something like, should these be munitions experts? I don't really have the goblin count to make that work. But it does put a weird sub game where like they can't, like they don't want to play into Bowmasters, and so they play some bigger thing. Maybe I should have one of these as a Moher and one as a. Let's do that. do that real quick before we get stuck in this league. We'll see which one's better. Drop from because it really has not been great. Although now I'm playing the 4 Goblin Blast Runners. Is it gonna be better there because I have 8 Goblin 1-drops? This is I'm like stuck to see if I should. All right, fuck it. Let's just we're doing it like this. We'll make a mental note of when Runevelt is terrible and would have been better as a Moher. If that's even how you say it. It might be Mauer. I have no idea. For the people who don't know. Here, because Moher, or a Kai captain. He's hardened scales for goblins and orcs. So like and he's a 2/2 menace. And so like if you play him and then an Orcish Bowmasters, like your army is bigger. If you play a Stalactite Stalker, it becomes a 4/4. Assuming you triggered it already. Like it goes first turn it becomes a 2/2, second turn it becomes a 4/4. So it's like pretty solid, but it's like, and it's another menace creature, right? 2/2 menace that, you know, it does stuff. So we'll play first. Close my. Oh, I switched to Windows 10. Now my layout is like slightly off because they made the bottom bar, the taskbar, so big. You can't make it smaller. Sorry. Whatever. We'll do that in a minute. Fix this. Is this a keepable hand? We have a turn 2 Stalactite Stalker. And then nothing. And then Fury. And we have to hope to draw a land. Playing 20 lands. We're on the play. It's like not awful, but like these cards kind of do nothing. Like this, it doesn't line up as an aggro hand. I think we have to mulligan this. In the dark, it's okay. I mean, what does this be? Turn 1, I play Stalactite Stalker. Then, if they scam me with a Grief, I'm in for 2 a turn for a minute, and they probably took my Fury. And I'm just hoping to draw a land, and I recover. So it does beat Scam. It's not really fast enough for the bean stuff, but like, it's got things it can draw. So I think this is fine. I mean, now we're playing 8 aggro 1-drops, so maybe I should just be mulliganing for more aggressive stuff, but hard to know because it's not really supposed to be like a whack style deck. Those menace creatures are just going to get in slowly, is the idea. The hell is this? This is like nice. It's a decent draw. So this happens a lot actually, where obviously I should crack at the second main, but I'm not going to be playing anything, so I'm just doing it early. But it happens a lot where I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna nothing to see here. I'm gonna play Bowmasters, but I can't. I have to crack my fetch now. It's kind of interesting. I don't think it's Belcher because they're playing it for the backside. This might just be like blue-red prowess, like somebody who hasn't gotten the memo. This was a pretty common card to play for a little bit, and then it's kind of fallen off. But so I have options. I can haste the Ragavan. I can play Fable. Fable gets me up to Fury, but they have nothing in play. This is almost certainly a removal spell. If I play out Squee, they're probably not going to kill Squee. And they'll probably kill my Stalker. I think you just want to get down Fable ASAP usually. Because, like, this, the last part of it, when it's Kiki Jiki, it's like a win. So, considering these all have haste, that seems like the thing to do. So we're gonna play Fable. They got nothing. Is this Storm and I'm just gonna die? Storm wouldn't play a tap land Spikefield Hazard. This is not Storm. Is it Phoenix? Prowess with no creatures? That's a bold move. Prowess, no prowess? They just play a bunch of mutagenic growths and no creatures. Yeah, Weird Murktide is probably up there. I mean, it's got Gigantha, so I guess it's Underworld Breach comes to mind, but like blue-red Breach. I mean, that's what people are playing, but like, no, because this you can't really be 3 colors and play these. And I think Breach is 3 colors these days. Fury hated out the creatures, so Prowess dropped them. Yeah, but they just couldn't help themselves. They had to keep playing. What is it? Lava Dart and Underworld Breach. What is going on? Really don't know. I guess you discard Squee. That's half the reason you've got him. Oh, you know what this might be? This might be through the breach. I'm gonna get Emrakuled if I don't kill them fast enough. I actually might already be dead. So we drew another fetch land, which isn't the worst. I can play Squee or I can play Ragavan. But playing Ragavan is an investment of mana every turn. So I'm going to play Squee. I'm pretty sure I have enough. This? No, I don't. 4 other cards. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. It just means that I was, I don't know, playing around. Oh, don't tell me I just did that. I was trying to dash him. Let me pay the 1. I could have swore I clicked dash. All right, whatever. Let's do the math just to know what would they be at. They're probably going to bolt this, I would imagine. How do you not have lightning bolt? I don't have lightning bolt. So they would be at 5. And I could put them to 4. I'm kind of tempted to put them to 4. Because I can cast Fury next turn anyway. I mean, this doesn't play around some crazy mono red board wipe, but whatever. I'm pretending. We're testing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so they would have killed Ragavan anyway. I'm going to thank you. I clearly tried to dash him. They would have killed Ragavan. All right, so there's the ring. They would have Spikefield Hazarded him because they did it at end of turn. So Like, we have lethal in play. I'm gonna continue to grow this out of grief range. I probably should have got a blood crypt. I'm just like clicking fast. We're gonna attack with the shaman token. I'm gonna play this. This is where like the giant comes in handy, but what are you gonna do? Grief should, or Fury should say damage can't be prevented this turn. So they would be at 3 life right now, which if I had bolts in the deck, we could just bolt them to death. I've thought about that a lot. Like, if it's going to be an aggressive deck, maybe I should just be bolting people. I imagine we're about to see them tap the ring and then concede. But because Through the Breach doesn't even kill me. No, it does. Because Emrakul has flying. Goblin Grenade? No, thank you. No, thank you. Should I have showed them Blast Runner? Probably not. They would be at 1. Well, no. I keep saying they would be at 1, but they would have killed Ragavan. So I gotta stop counting my unhatched chickens. Here is... Whoa! So it is Storm. Flavor text is about to be relevant. Let's see if they know about the flavor text. I think they might. Wow, I'm actually getting stormed. I mean, they have to kill me. I don't know if they can, but I would imagine that they can. No, I'm only at 12. They don't have to storm that long. I am drinking this. Not even helping. I've been drinking so much coffee lately that it stopped working. That's always bad. I have to stop for... Should I have waited on the stalker? Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Oh, I don't know how we possibly stay alive from here. They have a full grip. How bad could their deck be that with Storm and 6 red mana, they don't have it? Here comes Past in Flames. Yeah. So... they only have 2 blue mana? Is that... I used to play Storm and I didn't even... I don't know. Because, like, they would have had... Well, that wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, I don't know. So, do they have it? I don't see it, is the only thing. I guess they have Grape Shot in hand. They're already at 15. They can just cast it. All right. Well done. Well done. So now we know what we're playing against. These Thought Seizes are going to be fine. Chalice probably fucks Storm in half. Nile Spellbomb's fine. We have to be as fast as we can, so Zoyas are coming out. I do think I want to be able to dig with Moria Marauder, but less so with Runevelt. Orcish Bowmaster's obviously very good. Call? Probably just not good. And Fury's fine. Chain Whirler is a little slow. Maybe I prefer Runevelt over Chain Whirler. Because this is just a race, right? So, do I want the bitter triumphs? Oh, if he uses empty roller will be. That is a good point. Often switch to end. Um. Huh. I mean, call is just bad, right? Like, call doesn't do anything here. By the time you're casting a call, like, the game is over. So, this is a pretty bad hand. We can't keep this. It's not fast enough to beat. This is a solid hand, I guess. Um, not a ton of not a ton of ways to trigger the old Ascend here. And I don't even know what I should play first. Kind of tempted to go turn 1 Blast Runner, turn 2 Stalker Blast Runner. And that's 3 damage by turn 2 as opposed to 2 damage by turn 2. I think that's just right. I don't know if the Blast Runner is actually good enough, but if we can keep stacking stuff, it'll be good. I think on average it's going to be a 2-2, which is like kind of worse than Stalker because Stalker always grows. Ooh, okay. I think I'm going to play the Ragavan here. Time I know I clicked dash. Kind of wishing I had played Stalker now. This would be 4 damage instead of 3, but that's okay. Will it let me play it as a land? No. So I guess I'm just gonna use. So next turn, I mean, I think our plan is very obvious. We're gonna hit him for 8. And we'll get to save a treasure token to. Oh, they kept a 1-lander? Your hand must be nuts. So we need to do this ahead of time anyway. We'll fetch a basic swamp to save our life total. We will dash. Swing in. Oh, can I save the treasure? I think I do need to save the treasure token with Ragavan. As opposed to casting the Stalactite Stalker now. Although, okay, so I get 4 damage as opposed to the 2 damage. Because I did descend this turn. So it seems right to just. Well, 4 damage as opposed to the extra 1 damage. So is that going to be lethal? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I'm presenting lethal. So let's just. We're okay. I do see that it's strong. It's been slightly awkward, but with Ragavan, it's obviously good. That was every 1-drop in my deck. so it's gonna beat a 1-lander pretty good. Am I missing anything? Does Pithing Needle? Oh, they have the 1 ring. I should probably bring in Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle might even be better than Chalice. How else you really need on 2 for it to matter? I mean, they played like 5 preordains last game, didn't they? But you're right. I mean, you want it to blank their rituals, but not being able to dig is a pretty big deal. It makes the game take a long time. But a Chalice on 2, they fold. I mean, yeah. Well, no, they can beat it. I think this is fine. I think the difference between having a Fable and a Chalice that you're trying to play on 4 is not going to be huge. The one less Fury might be a big deal. But I don't want to cut any of this. Maybe just the Fable can come out. It's like really slow. Squee has haste. It's a 3-mana haster that attacks for 3. That's a good point. Treasures are good for the 1-drop. What do you guys think? Think you keep this hand and name the One Ring? Oops. This is a decent hand. I never adjusted and changed the caverns. I mean, I still do have a lot of goblins, but since adding Ragavan, these get a little bit more awkward. I mean, I think I put one of these back. This has to get a Blood Crypt, and then you're just fine. I haven't even figured out if I want to play Ragavan or Stalactite Stalker first. It feels like I want to play Ragavan first because then I get to play Stalactite Stalker into Bowmasters, which means maybe this is naming Monkey Pirate. I don't know. Four creatures, no shared types. Correct. That's why you play Cavern. If I just had 4 caverns, it wouldn't be a problem. Well, that makes me really not want to name anything other than Goblin. So do I just like forego the menace counter here? Probably. Because I gotta play Ragavan on 1. Although this is probably just pitching to Fury, right? This Chain Whirler. This is actually a really tough choice. I think you probably... Can you cast? Okay, it's cast. I was thinking you couldn't dash with Cavern, but... I think I have to just name Monkey here. And I guess you name Pirate. I don't think there's any other pirates, but maybe it'll make them think. Because there's definitely no other monkeys. Well, this is awkward. I have plenty of Blackcleave Cliffs. I could have played them. I just wasn't thinking. I'm just like adjusting the deck so much that things like that slip through the cracks. The Cavern is not good. I'll tell you that. Nobody even plays Counterspell anymore. I'm playing Cavern. Yeah, so I was right that this Ragavan or this Chain Whirler is going to get pitched. That was what pushed me over the edge with what to name. I'm not going to play Pithing Needle. Oh, they could... It's okay for them to get 1 ring activation, right? Like, I would rather them ritual into the ring and then I Pithing Needle it. Like, that feels good. So... I think I'm just going to Fury this Baral away. And then we're going to hit them with Ragavan. And then I have to get red mana, so I do have to shock this. And then we'll, when they, hopefully they ritual out the One Ring and I get to Bowmaster them. Alright, well, we get to Bowmaster them on the Manamorphose. The first time I've named Pirate with Cavern, but I actually was brewing a Pioneer Pirates deck the other day. And it's not good, but it looks playable in Standard, so that's fun. Yes, it is bad that Stalactite triggers only on your end step. It is pretty nuts. Yeah, I was hoping this guy might be a pirate, but he's just Goblin no types. So here, I'm definitely naming the One Ring, and we don't want them to know that. I don't have the third mana to kill Baral anyway. Well, actually, I am gonna. Ah, man, I wish I could kill Baral. So I think I leave the Bowmasters back and I attack with everything else. Although, if they block the Bowmasters, I kill Baral. So that's probably fine. Because if they block the Bowmasters, then this descends. I have a treasure. I can activate this and kill it. And I think that's okay. You take 6. You go to 6. You have 2 mana. That seems fine to me. I'm going to attack like this. It means we can't play Pithing Needle this turn, but I do think because they didn't play a land, like we kind of dodged that already. So, yeah. So I'm going to do exactly what I just said. I have a stop on my end step, so like I'm actually just going to hold control though anyway. And then... Oh, I didn't even need to... Because it takes 1. Oh well. I needed the treasure. I didn't have to wait till the end step. It's probably for the best that we did, though. Well, I didn't play it here. You know, it's like a... I mean, it did work in the first game, and we are trying to be aggro for the Beans matchup, so, like... It's felt better than Mog Fanatic, I'll definitely say that. Mog Fanatic was really doing so close to nothing. Imagine I draw Moria Marauders right now and I can't cast it because I have a Cavern of Souls naming Monkey Pirate. Might as well just say Ragavan on it. Ugh. So Storm is having a tank, which is understandable because I've been having tanks. I find that the better you are at the game, the more those matchups where it's like a 3-turn matchup, you like actually you find both players taking their time because they're like playing through the other players' outs in their head because there are very few decision points you're gonna get. It's not like you can just wait. So there goes the Ragavan, which pretty big deal. But they're on a 3-turn clock, and I'm gonna Pithing Needle the One Ring. This will be good next turn. So like this is actually a decent setup we have because this takes them to 4. I play this, and then And now they don't know it, but we're presenting lethal. And obviously any fetch land that was kill them, but yeah, next turn Rinvel is gonna present lethal on them. Okay. So I really would like a fetch land. A fetch land kills them. And we got there. I assume they see it. Yeah, no, Menace has been really good. So the first time you suggested it in the Discord, I was like, I don't know, Menace is good, but is it that good? And then today Spike was like, Menace is basically unblockable. And then when you suggested it again, I was just like, okay, maybe 3-2 unblockable is good. It really feels a lot more like Delver when I put it in that context. It's like some turns it's not Delver, but that's true with Delver too, right? You play a 1-1. It is a 1-2, so it's good against Ren 6. All right, I'll buy you a beer when you come to the country. Whenever you get to I don't know, some Magic event. Wow, these caverns have been super awkward. On the draw, you don't really keep double Ragavan, Stalker, or no fetch lands, no second land hand, I don't think. Like, Ragavan's much less likely to connect. And I can only cast either Stalker or Ragavan. I can't do both. This is a better hand. It curves. These caverns have been super awkward. Am I playing 3 of them? I was playing 2 and then I added lands. No, I just 2. I just keep seeing them. I added 2 Blackleaf Cliffs. So it should really probably just not have any caverns anymore. All right, so this looks like Scam that kept Ragavan. And I kind of think I want to block. Because I can't let Scam, like, get way up there. Because they have, like, unblockable stuff. So I'm just going to play this out naming Goblin. Which, like, I do like doing that. Because, it makes you look like a Goblins deck. And they start thinking of other things. Alright, so Bowmaster's fine. Oh, good against Bowmasters to actually... Ah, that was a mistake. I should have made it a 2-2 so I could block Ragavan without dying to Bowmaster. Here's where you want to draw... But now, okay, here's the thing. Here's the double super secret bluff. All they've seen, this card is going to fucking kill me. This is going to be so good against me. Seeing this Goblin package, there's no way that they put me on Bowmasters. They 100% put me on Munitions Expert, and I'm going to just ruin their day. Oh, and Chain Whirler is actually really cool. So I'm not going to fetch a... I'm not going to fetch a Swamp, but it doesn't matter. Bonus reading. Why is this person playing a draft deck against me? What's going on? They haven't sacrificed any permanents, the fools. I'll do it. I mean, even if they have their own Bowmasters, I kill Ragavan, I block their Bowmaster with my token, or whatever's left. Actually, doesn't really matter, does it? But for some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to do this. Fable? Fable is good. Blast Runner's gonna kill me. Do I play my own Fable or do I play Chain Whirler? I feel like I'm supposed to play Fable because there's a chance that they put a Bowmaster in. But obviously Chain Whirler blocks and makes them only get one treasure, and then hopefully they don't even understand that they sack the treasure as soon as they get it. Although I can just block with Shaman, but it's not as good. I think I'm gonna just play Fable. They may, if they don't see the Menace line with Blast Runner, then obviously that's good for me. But if they do see it, taking 3 regardless. I think I'm willing to trade this Shaman, and I would like to draw some more cards. The good thing about Fable, the good thing about the Fable Bowmaster interaction is that you do get to see it before discarding. It's like they can't trick you into discarding and hit you with it. Think they'll do it? They're Bowmastering right now. That's best for me. So I kind of need to draw Call of the Death Dwellers, don't I? I gotta kill this. I guess Fury is good too. Did I discard? I think I discard. Well, at this point, I think I discard both land cards. Bowmasters, Zoyoa. So I could play one blocker that doesn't do anything except block one thing. Or I could play the Bowmasters and the Blast Runner. I've discarded 2 things. So Zoyoa actually, I mean, they're going to take 3 from it. Is that big a deal? No. They don't draw cards any other way. I think Bowmasters and Blast Runner is like actually just the best thing to do. Shadow is good. Really wish didn't have Shadow. I think Zoyoa would be okay, but it just trades. And so now like this blocks something with Menace. It's possible I should have pointed that at the Blast Runner so that I could block like this. In fact, I almost definitely should have. But I'm in a lot of trouble here. Not actually sure if anything other than Fury gets me out of this. What did I have exiled? Oh, fuck. Did not realize that he was going to do that. I mean, I didn't count on a Thoughtseize, a scammed Thoughtseize, did I? So, there goes that. I take 3. I have to chump. I don't really... Do I have to chump? There's no reason to chump. I'm like actually just dead. I don't think I have outs. Because I can't. I mean, I can scam Fury, and I have a 2/2. Scam Fury. I can evoke Fury. All right, that didn't do it, and I don't think it does it. Like, yeah, no, because it dies. Okay. 0-1 into scam. So Blast Runner killed me. There's that. Think you need these bitter triumphs? I don't think Spell Bomb is really that good. Our plan is actually sort of a lot worse against scam than it used to be. What happened? You know, walkers, instant speed is important. So I think Zoyawa, we could trim one. We don't want these. They're bad. How many of these removal spells do we? Collapse doesn't. I mean, I don't want to pay 3 life is what I don't. Common. He won't shoot up that much once everybody starts playing him. But it was really good there against me. We need chain whirlers. What's our worst cards? I mean, it just kind of is Blast Runner, Horde Master. I mean, Moria Marauder isn't actually great. Got one Moria Marauder. Yeah, Zoya was very slow. It's a good curve at the start though because Scam has very few cards in hand. So if you can go turn 1 Stalactite into turn 2 Zoyawa, it's actually pretty solid. This is not a keepable hand. This is a lot better. And I think, I mean, this is the combo. And I'm pretty likely to get scammed is the thing. So like, yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the Chain Whirler because Death Dweller is still good with Bowmaster. And I probably should have grabbed a Swamp. I'm gonna shock this in. I mean, yeah, so we're getting scammed here. We have no cards that can prevent this other than Nile Spellbomb, but I'm not playing Nile Spellbomb just to stop turn 1 scams. Maybe I should be playing Bolts, though, over, like, Bolting Collapses and Bitter whatevers. Like, Bolt is probably just better. I think they should be Bolts. Not in the board, but Bolts in the main. So they took the Death Dwellers. It's actually like a decent-ish draw. Like a red card, and we have this Grief answered, so that's good. Yeah, no, Death Dweller. I mean, Death Dweller is pretty obviously a 2-for-1, so usually you take those with Thoughtseize. Like that, I understand. I totally could have blocked this Grief. Or tried. Don't know why I didn't think of that until way too late. But it is what it is. I have to imagine he has an answer if he just, like, you know, walked straight into it like that. I assume he has his own Bowmasters. Terminate. Okay, so I would have been not good, but I would love to draw a red card. Or, like, a removal spell. That'll do. So we're not even. We're 3 cards behind them. Because we answered their grief with a 2-for-1 on ourselves. But we can claw back. We're gonna try to get them to thought seize us. I don't know if I block. What are the chances they have another Fable in hand? What am I doing besides blocking a 2-2? They have 3 cards in hand. I can probably take 2. Although this is like one of the few things they can't scam back into play. And if they have a Bowmasters, they kill my Bowmasters. So I'm behind. I kind of can't beat anything good. So I'm assuming they have scam cards in their hand. They may just grief here, just like straight up. We do have 1 card in hand. Can't beat that one. So we take 2 on our next upkeep. And I just showed them I drew nothing. We take 2 on our next upkeep. 4 from them. We're at 2. I have not been able to beat this card. Like, at all. Actually, there's nothing I can draw. No, I can draw Call of the Death Dwellers. Call of the Death Dwellers will save me a turn. Shouldered is a very good card. Our record against Scam is about to move to 2-4. Is it 2-4 or 2-3? Maybe 2-3. I don't even know. But we got scammed hard there. You're not going to win them all against Scam, but that was like, we lost. We had a Ragavan Miracle that beat us, and then Shouldered just crushed us. I actually don't know if it was really Shouldered that beat us. I'm trying to think back to the beginning. I probably made a mistake. I mean, they scammed us, and we didn't really recover from it. So I don't know if I made a mistake. Game 1, I made a mistake. I know that when I didn't buff the Stalker, and they turned to Bowmastered me. So then Ragavan did hit me. That was a huge mistake. So that match could have gone differently. But game 2, I don't know if I made any huge mistakes anywhere. This is a keep. They mulled to 6 so far. Got a Merfolk as their thing. The Urza's Saga. Is Amulet? There are a lot of 3-drops in this deck. Amulet, I have basically no hate for. I guess I have Blood Moons and Chalice on 0. Blood Moon, Chalice on 0, Thought Seize. We can board into something decently scary against Amulet. Type is Beast? Who's playing Beast? Yeah, that's what I figured. Razor. Ah, that's actually super neat that you play Cavern and then you get to pick it up. We'll see if we can kill a Titan with Stalactite. So, I don't think there's a reason to kill this, especially since we have Menace. So we're just gonna play Blackleaf Cliffs, attack for 2. Play Bowmasters if they try to draw a card. But I think we might be dead here. You see that a lot, people trying to block Stalker. It is that new that nobody knows it has Menace. It has a Bible written on it, but the first chapter says Menace. So here's Amulet. Now their tap land is on the field, so I guess they have another one. Okay, we'll kill that next turn. Now it doesn't matter what they name. Oh, I guess it does if it's gonna die, but so they have one more land drop. I can't imagine that it's a bounce land. I've thought I Crater Maker was on my list. The reason I stopped playing Crater Maker is because it's a 3-mana answer to these things, which is like pretty slow. It does kill Karns, things like that, but I'm not worried about Tron too much because like playing 3 Blood Moons, I don't need more against that. This has been a great. I can grow the Stalker either way, actually. Am I gonna play Chain Whirler or Squee? I think Squee. I think I'm gonna pitch Chain Whirler. So I believe Evoke says sacrifice. It doesn't matter because this permanent card is gonna go to my graveyard. But I believe it says sacrifice for the Blast Runner. I mean, should I play Chain Whirler? Chain Whirler basically has 1 point of haste. And then next turn, so this turn I'll attack for 3 with Squee, and effectively I'll attack for 1, 2, 4, 5. If I play Chain Whirler, I attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 1 point of damage, 5 points of damage, but 2 of it gets, well, 1 of it gets blocked. So I attack for 4, and then next turn I attack for a lot more. So I guess I'm just supposed to play the haste threat second. I know that already, but I don't know. I thought if it was enough that if the clock is like actually faster, but it's not. It's not close to enough. I know Muldrifter. What about Muldrifter? Oh, it's sacrifice. Yeah, if you do, it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. Thank you, actually. You would think that like when you right click the card, it would give you the full reminder text and stuff, but it doesn't. So I don't think we have lethal next turn, but they're going to be damn close to dead. But that doesn't really matter for a combat deck. We're going to attack them for 3, 4, 5. They'll block this. 6, 7, 8. 8's a bunch. That's why I was thinking about this. Yo, they cannot pay for this. So if we get a removal spell, we get a removal spell. Oh no, it's Azusa, so they just have lands to play. Might just be dead. But why would they? I don't understand. They didn't play a bounce land last turn. They probably just had that in hand. I don't really understand. Maybe they just drew the bounce land. They were just waiting on that. Feels like we're about to be dead. Because this is just Titan here. That's not enough. That doesn't make Titan. They miscount? They miscounted. Wow. Okay. Do I kill Azusa? Like I can back and kill Azusa before, or I can play Squee. So Squee puts them to 5. That's not really enough. I think I do have to kill Azusa. So I have to save the mana. And I can't attack with this. I can't attack with this. So I'm gonna play Ragavan post-combat. And their whole turn is gonna be like kind of in rough shape because they're gonna have to pay for Pact. If they didn't know it had Menace, I doubt they know it has this flavor text. So I don't think I attack for 7. I imagine getting Titaned after they pay for Summoner's Pact on that turn. They start with this board state. I would be so mad. Something. Oh no. Did I jinx myself? Is this another Azusa? I mean, I guess it could be the Dryad. So it's the Dryad. Dryad gets them one more land drop, which can't really be enough. They only have 1 card in hand. So like that's a Razor. Like what could it be? It's probably Titan, right? Because they tried to cast Titan and failed. Bowmasters is pretty solid. Means if Ragavan connects, we get to cast it. Are they dead? Bowmasters won't really do extra damage other than the ping, so Squeeze seems like it's the same amount of damage. Although I guess they might not block the army token. They're probably gonna block these two. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I just am supposed to Squee. Although, if I don't squee and they block here on the Dryad, I can kill the Dryad, which seems important. And I don't kill them either way. So let's just attack. Gotta push damage. That's what we want it to look like. They'll block the two biggest ones. They'll try to kill Ragavan probably, now that I'm thinking of it. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I think it was worth a try. Just gonna do this before damage to push damage. Because it grows the orc army. We gave them an opportunity to make a mistake. They don't know about my haste creature still. Feels fine. I didn't even realize they cast another pact. I wasn't even paying attention. They can't win. They can't win. Could they win? They have 2 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. You can probably hear that beep. That's my dishwasher. I have to... So it's... Okay, so here's 1 mana. Or 2 mana, 4 mana. 5. And that's all their land drops, right? So... Unless they have another Dryad? I don't think that's how that works, right? Just tell them I have Bolt? Yeah. But, like, cast it. You have the mana. Ugh, this is why this... Alright, this sucks. I do hate this. So... I mean, I guess this is a good reason to have 2 Bowmasters in play. But... Man, so often I wish I had, like, Skullcrack, damage can't be prevented, something like that. If they print a goblin with damage can't be prevented on it, it's gonna be so good. So... I have plenty of cards in the yard. I can attack with this to get an extra 1/1. It won't actually do them any damage. But I'll have it. But then I don't have enough toughness maybe for some like crazy Titan play. So we know they have Titan. I think I'm probably dead, to be honest. They kudos to them. You can last long enough to get 4 mana in Modern these days. Your combo's probably gonna work. Do they not realize? They lack the critical information. I guess they didn't have a Titan in hand? Or I don't know. I think they had it. I think they actually just made a mistake. Do you bring in Pithing Needles for the 1 ring in this matchup? Not sure that you do. Call doesn't do much. Could leave in 1. Chain Whirler's not great. Squeeze not great. So it was actually okay. They run out of cards in their hand quick. We're trying to pressure them. May not be able to attack through it. Ragavan is like not great. By the same token, Runebelt is probably worse. Like, do I want... The more I see the deck, the more I think you should find a way to tutor dig for Death Dweller. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I've like poured through it, like all of the... What, I can't remember the name of it. Like, the Tormenting Voice type effects. And like, none of them are really good enough. Not enough of a graveyard deck. But it is a really good value card when you find it. As is Fable. think Marauder will find us our hate cards, but like, that where we need to be? Zoiwa actually is just really, really like, it'll block, it can attack a little bit because it's got Death Touch. Fable's probably pretty slow too. But like, I think we're just trying to put on pressure and kill. Not sure that I even want any Chain Whirlers, to be honest. Nah, they're not good. The Fisher Wizard is very bad. And the Goblin Battle is the Tormenting Voice effect I looked at the most, but like, I got the one Zoyoa, but it does pitch to Fury. It's a 2-1 Fisher Wizard. 2-1 Rummager. And like, with Descend in your deck, maybe that's a little better than it used to be. But X1s you don't want. X1 half draw card, not good. Like, it just says Goblin on it. Other than that, it's very obviously a bad card. I don't think that's why I didn't do. No, the Goblin Battle, like, like, imagine a scenario where I want to attack the battle. That's why I'm not playing it. Like, I wouldn't play Tormenting Voice. So what scenario do I want to attack this battle and get a 3-2? Like, like, that basically doesn't exist. Like, there's a Pioneer version of this deck lurking that the battle might be great in. But for this, because I can't give it haste. Yeah, I've seen types of decks. Yeah, Hex Mage is, but you play the 5 mana battle with Hex Mage. Can they make this into the? Yeah, they can. It costs. Yeah, they float. They get it. So, kind of in trouble. Now that I drew this, I'm gonna play Zoyowa out. Kind of wishing I saved that fetch land, but not really. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I was supposed to get a swamp. About to lock myself out of all my black cards with Blood Moon. No, I don't think it's worth furying nothing. Like, by fury nothing, I'm saying, like, well, let's look at it real quick. By fury nothing and I trigger Zoyo. No, they just take 3. They take 3. It doesn't matter. 3 damage is not changing this game. The purpose is to make them take 3. Like, that's why it's here. But if you're about to get turn 2'd, it's made 3 damage is not where it's at. Did I not put Thoughtseize in? I think I did, right? Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I did. 0 lands, 2 amulets. They're about to hit me for a bajillion. But there's a chance that they're like, what? Okay, so that means what? Well, it means they're fucked is what it means. No Pact of Negation. Everybody's always like, but they play Boseiju. Why are you playing Blood Moon instead of Magus of the Moon? Yeah, I mean, I hope I win this game. This is like their land's coming to play untapped, so they don't get double mana. They would need a basic forest to cast. Ugh. Well, I got Force of Vigor. Maybe I'm not winning this game. And they did it at end step, so it doesn't even trigger Descend. Okay, so here they're gonna make 4 mana. They're gonna drop the Dryad, and then oh, so they play the Ring. I see. We're probably dead. They're about to draw a lot. They draw 1 card here and then 2 more. So they're drawing 4 cards, up to 6 cards in hand. When was the last time you felt comfortable when your Titan opponent had 6 cards in hand and 2 amulets in play? I mean, I love this song. Can you guys actually hear the music? Or is it just like that low? What is going on over there? What? Do they not know how to just kill me? They're about to kill their own. They're about to kill their own amulets. Is it just gravy? Is that why? Is it they're gonna like play Titan and then pop engineered explosives? I should be dead to a Titan. What? I'm gonna grab the swamp because maybe I draw a Blood Moon. But like, just went down to 5 mana. You can play Zusa? Only thing that I don't even understand. They've had some horrible luck. If that was actually the best they could do, I kind of feel bad. They have an EE on 1 and 2 amulets of vigor. I don't know what's going on. So I can just hard cast Fury. Should I? Like, because this kills a Zusa, but like the likelihood that it's a Zusa and not the other guy, low, very low. And I'm not gonna trigger. Yeah, so we'll just push damage. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, right? Like maybe maybe this card is so good since it's about to like draw them 3 more cards that they know that they can just kill me because I don't have lethal. Zoya certainly very weak in this game. So they go to 4, they draw 3, up to 7 cards in hand, and I'm just yielded. No, treasures don't trigger Zoya. Descend has to be a permanent card. So if it's not in your graveyard at the end of the turn, chances are it didn't descend. So I did. But if it isn't in your graveyard, it says permanent card. It says, God damn it, the reminder text isn't on there. No, I know, but the Right. Trish. Kind of. That person is very new to Titan. They had horrible luck too. That was. It's hard to have hits that bad. Um, I don't believe we should have won that. There's a keep. I'm trying to go for one. My last 2 leagues with this deck were 2-3. And one of them, I played game 1 with somebody. And they won handily. I don't even remember what deck they were on. I think they were on Mono Black Coffers. They crushed me. And then they were like in sideboarding. It was in the middle of the workday. I guess they got a call. And I was just like sideboarding and thinking, wow, I just got wrecked. And they this is a spike deck. I don't remember it. But they had to leave. So I got 0-1 win. Pretty ridiculous. No, it's a Cauldron Heliod combo deck. So they're probably not drawing cards on 2, and I can probably just play Fable here. And discarding this Chain Whirler and eventually Death Dwellering may actually be a game-winning play here. This is a different version than what Spike played, but so they're gonna block sack. If I try to kill it, I won't get my token, but I will have Bowmasters in play to prevent like shenanigans of drawing a lot of cards. I don't think Spike was playing Mount Doom. Yeah, I can't really stop anything great. So I kind of just have to take my medicine here and get block sacked on. And then they're going to untap and Agatha's Soul Cauldron me. And I'm going to hope that my my double Bowmasters into Call of the Death Dwellers is enough to take this one home. Because we are going to have the Kiki. So we're going to be able to control their board of X1s. But I knew like Spike's version did play Savai Triome, but I don't think it played Mount Doom. The idea is it's pretty free to play 2 different Triomes to get 1 mana Leyline Bindings, so he was doing it because it's like kind of the best white removal spell. So this is going to be a 1/1 into Agatha's Soul Cauldron is my guess. Are they picking which 1/1? Wonder. How has the green screen been today? Oh, there's there's a little bit of funkiness. This is actually my micro causing this this crazy thing where when I put my arm behind it, it disappears. Seems pretty good compared to the other thing. Ranger Captain of Eos. I don't have any more non-creature spells coming. I've already played their land, so we are just gonna double Bowmasters. We can't kill it. We'll see. Maybe they put a 1/1 so good that we save one of our Bowmasters. Although Chain Whirler, Death Dweller will take care of whatever it is. Maybe they're on like some kind of engineer plan. Epicure. Now wait a second. Did Spike's version play Epicure? I thought his was mono white Heliod. So this is something similar but different. I don't care at all about Epicure. It turns out. I think I'm just gonna do the thing. Like, I don't see a reason not to, because like if this is a huge deal when they untap with it, like I kind of can't stop it. And I'll have the Stalker to untap with to kill something. Um, they might have Solitude, so I'm gonna attack first. Mana in this deck is very painful, but it doesn't seem to matter. I'm about to get Supreme Verdicted. All right, that was enough. That was enough. Yeah, I mean, Dwellering. I've been doing it roughly once a league. Hasn't really been good enough most of the time, but I kind of don't. So like this stuff feels like just so good against almost every deck these days, because they're just like the generic good cards. They are 3 colors with double white spells, so like a Blood Moon or 2 could be good. I'm almost 100% positive it's an Agatha's Soul Cauldron deck, so I kind of want to play Pithing Needle on Soul Cauldron. It's probably better than trying to spell bomb anything, because then you get into weird timing stuff. Do I need any amount of Bitter Triumphs? Feels okay, but not great. I actually kind of just like the main as well. Like, maybe you don't play Squee, because they're gonna like try to gum up the board. Although it like recurs. Oh, against Ballista, Horde Master's kind of bad, because they'll always just ping it once. Stillfield Dweller is too clunky. Oh, Call of the Death Dweller? Well, what exactly do you free by not playing it? Because if you're just saying you free Chain Whirler Death Dweller, like, kind of not what's going on. Because I have 57 seconds. Give me a second. I need to make 3 cuts if I want this. I think Moria Marauder's probably really bad here. And we can cut a Ragavan. Just run it like this. 2 more removal spells, 2 Pithing Needles, 2 Thoughtseize. That's like, feels like a solid way to play it. But you know what? We can probably bring back 1 Marauder. Yeah. Because the thing is, you're gonna be playing Fable. Like, you're not playing Fable because of it. So like, I mean, what we did there was we put it in the yard for the combo, but like, you're gonna be discarding like some kind of bad-ish things, like, or you're gonna be discarding lands, but sometimes you get to do the combo with it. So like, you do get to draw cards with Death Dweller. not just from your yard, but because Fable dumped them there, and like, you know what I mean? They kind of work hand in hand. So by not playing Death Dweller, you're really only freeing up. You're saying that there's like better free drops than Chain Whirler, and like really, I'm just not trying to go so far up the curve that I'm playing Ringleader and stuff. And like, what am I could be playing Sholdreds. That's like a thing. Like maybe this is just a Shieldred deck. Do I want a swamp? I kind of want a swamp. Because I don't know how aggro they get. They seem, I mean, they shock. I think I'm going to grab a mountain next turn with this. So like on Death Dwellers again, Bowmasters is really good with Death Dwellers, and Bowmaster plus Stalactite Stalker is a really good Death Dweller cast, right? Like it's just good. So like I don't no creatures in the I'm gonna kill this thing. Do I wait? I think I could just leave this in play. I'm gonna hit them for 2. I could try to keep growing Stalkers and pressure them. If they Ballista for 1, doesn't really do much for them if I have 2 grown things. They're not going to draw cards without me knowing it with Bowmasters. I don't think they draw too many cards. All I can do is kill a 1/1. Then that kind of gives them Soul Cauldron fuel to make a 2/2. You know, so like maybe I don't want to do that. But if I do leave it now, next turn, if I draw a fetch land, I get to Stalker Zoiwa for 3. Fetch then Zoiwa, trigger Zoiwa. That's a possibility that takes them to 11. What is that, 9 or 8? 8's okay. Kind of feel like holding something up to kill their 1/1 is good though. But you might be right that they're, I mean, they only have 2 cards in hand. It is a good curve. I have said it. I just, man, they don't draw cards, do they? But then our Stalactite Stalker kind of sucks. It was devastating? It's just going to deal 3. I'm going to do it. I don't know if you're right. I did say this was the reason to play Zoiwa, this curve. But when you have 2 Stalkers and a Bowmaster, it's like really tempting because this is the best card in the format. But like, it is a bunch of 1/1s against a Ballista deck. Although now I can't cast Fury. Can't evoke Fury anymore. I'm gonna go to 9. Oh no, he discarded Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I helped him out a little bit. That's fine. Wow, he's gonna recommission the dragon. So I've thought about making this recommission. This is cool. I mean, he draws 2, 3 cards here. Ooh, stop. I don't think this was good, but it's not terrible. If I get, I mean, I can make it so he can't block. This is weird. He's already got a card in the yard. He just wants to trade with my Zoyowa? Am I upset if he trades with my Zoyowa? That means I get to just clear his board if I draw a red card. I don't want to just try to draw a red card. Take one. I mean, no, I see what's going on. It's an Agatha activation. He wants to trade, but like dislikes it that much. I guess I should try to keep it. This is a little bit of a problem. It's not a huge problem, but it's okay. So I can just Bowmaster's main phase, just attack with the Stalker. I can actually kill the Dragon Engine, but that's crazy. I think we just hitting them. So let's do this. And now this is where okay. Playing Zoyo has seriously backfired, by the way. Like, obviously them. Oh, I'm so dumb. Obviously them. Now what do I do? I think I just still do this. Not good, but we still do it. They were gonna do that end of turn. This forced them not to do it on their Dragon Engine. But had we played the other Stalker or the Bowmaster, we would just be attacking for more menace damage. But it turns out we couldn't kill that thing. I really wanted to kill this before they had stuff in the yard. Yeah, that was where it backfired. I knew I wanted to kill it before they had stuff in the yard, but it also gave them stuff to activate their Soul Cauldron on. But it's okay. Now there's no creatures in the yard, though. So Chain Whirler's gonna claim a victim here. How's it going, Corey? I could have pitch cast Fury, but now it's like I'm so close to just hard casting it, and they don't have any real pressure. The Chain Whirler claims a victim. I have a bunch of Menace guys and a Death Toucher, but they've got a Double Striker. How much damage can I push? I can swing for 3, assuming they block this with their Double Striker. Assuming they block this with the 1/1, they trade. I deal 3, 4, 5. And then I trigger Descend, and these guys grow, and they have, oh, they won't trade because they'll grow. So he'll just eat it, and he'll have a board of, he's got 1 card in hand. He'll have a board of 2 creatures. I'll have a First Striker and hopefully Fury to clear it out. Like, it's really not a bad idea to swing in and just lose things and trigger Descend on my Menace creatures. And I'm just not going to let them know I have another Menace creature. No, I have to swing with Zoyowa. At least I think I do. I don't know. Having Death Touch is like a big thing. Like, yeah, it could trigger end of turn, but then I guess that leaves them blocking these 2. I think the Zoyoa swinging in keeps them from blocking the Menace creature. That was what I was thinking in my head. Like, if I attack like this, I know how they're blocking. Maybe I should have left Zoyoa back. You're right. Unearth isn't terrible. I haven't wanted it, but um the thing about Unearth is that if you're gonna unearth stuff, it's gotta have like a really good ETB or just like be a serious presence. And like none of the things by themselves are that. It's kind of the death touch counter that makes call so good. This feels really good. I mean, I have 3 menace creatures. I guess if they like got a ballista in play right now, I'm fucked. But 3 menace creatures, a land is really good. If it's not a land, that's really good. We got there. So we're 3-1 right now. We're gonna try to go 4-1. I'm gonna run a very quick ad break and use the bathroom, just 1 minute, so that people who are joining can join. Somebody subscribed? Somebody subscribed. My alerts are just like fucked. Is nowhere here. They haven't given the alert. Thank you for whoever is subscribed. I know I had 0 yesterday, so it's probably Ropeburn because Ropeburn's always killer like that. But I'm gonna do a 1 minute ad break. I will be right back. Pull up the thing. I'll see you guys on the other side of this. We're back. The blast runner, was it? Well, what did it do? Played it only in 2 games, the first 2 matches. One, we killed whoever it was so fast that you know, it felt really good. And then the second one, a Ragavan pulled it off our deck and it felt really good against us. I'm playing Bitter Triumph and it is very good, Corey. This is an obvious keep, I think. Just Ragavan into stuff. Well, there goes stuff. I think they have to take Ragavan and probably call. And then eventually we can block with Zoyoa and Hordemaster, and that'll be all right. Bitter Triumph is really good. I honestly think that it's going to be like better than Fatal Push. People are going to be playing it over Terminate. It's not just that the colors are easier, it's that it's instant speed kill a planeswalker, and that's going to be a big deal. Oh, whoa, he didn't scam it. Oh, this is Living End. This is Living End. Okay. Well, I don't think our living end matchup is very good. We don't play Skirks, and I'm not playing Leyline of the Void, and we're not very fast. Um, Obviously we have two chalices, so we're gonna bring in two chalices and two Thoughtseize, and I guess cross our fingers. I mean, we're gonna get to trigger Zoya 2 turns in a row, which this was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten that because obviously Chain Whirler can be played. I was gonna play Horde Master just because I wanted both of them to die and trigger, but there was no reason to not allow myself the option to play the other stuff. I think oh yeah, Spellbomb. I forgot about Spellbomb. But I do think our living end matchup is very bad. Like, we are getting wrecked right now. Although I guess had I gotten a Chain Whirler in the yard, I could clear their board. So like, if I was not really dumb, I would have a Chain Whirler in play next turn that could block, and then I could Dweller it back. But I fetched a... So this one's on me. This is actually a punt. I would have taken... I would have blocked this. I would have taken 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16. 16 isn't 0. Or 3 isn't 0. 16 is not 20, I guess is what I was trying to say. That is a solid draw. I guess I can kill this. Man, I really wish I was playing a Chain Whirler right now. Things would be so much different. It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, people play oh, I don't even have Call of the Death Dweller anymore. So I guess I was just fucked either way. Talking this whole time like I could have done it and not even looking. I'm like really, really dead. I should just be going next. This Trampler. I mean, I can't kill this. I can't kill this. If I pitch cast this, go to the next game. We were not getting there, so don't worry. We were dead by the time we drew that. And I had to get the thing into play. Anyway, Thoughtseize, Spellbomb, Chalice. I don't think you want Collapse. We could try to play a Blood Moon. Doesn't feel good. I'm gonna try. Squee is not good. Fable's a little slow. Moria Marauder's not happening. We kind of just need to get out ahead and like really prevent them from doing anything. Am I missing something? We want Zoyoa. Maybe you want Bitter Triumph for like subtlety. I think if they have all those big guys in the field though, Grok, you got living ended. Like, they can't hard cast those guys. They can hard cast subtlety. So like my removal is like subtlety minded. Like I can't have enough triumphs in hand to stop the 4 fatties that they cycled. You know what I mean? There's like, that's kind of just like a losing plan. It can kill like 1, but not like where I want to be. I It also costs 3 life. I think I'm just like losing those games. I'm trying to maximize like winning the rest of them. So it's not good. Here, you want me to? I will show you a sideboard guide from Andrea Mangucci. Not for this deck, but for skin. And when you when you play again, notice he takes out Fatal Pushes and Terminates. He only got 2 Terminates in the deck. He takes them all out. Why? Because he switches to an aggressive plan with Lightning Bolt, even though it doesn't kill the fatties. You can't beat the number of fatties they have. Can't do it. If they have any, they have too many for you to deal with. You can discard Chain Whirler. That's kind of true, but that's like a 3-card combo, and I'm just trying to get a aggressive enough hand with a Thoughtseize in it that I'm gonna kill them way before that. So we're keeping this. There's the Death Dweller. It's not really what I want, but we kind of have to hope these grow really fast and we somehow strip them of something really important. They're on a mold of 6 already. Maybe I should have mulliganed harder for like a Spell Bomb or something. This isn't really fast. Was it better to Thoughtseize off of basic Swamp and then well, there goes anything. He's gonna take my Thoughtseize. Hand is looking a lot worse. I would love to draw a Spell Bomb. Man. Well, that's a decently aggressive card. I wonder if he'll know I drew it when I play a basic Swamp and pass. Cycle something, cycle something. So they do have to cycle a couple more things, which is going to make this a lot of damage. And we may be able to get away with just holding up Stalker activation. Nah, that doesn't make sense. I was thinking you Stalker activation to get stuff in the yard. Well, they're just gonna wipe my board. Okay. I don't actually think I can beat a Living-Ended Fury. This is rough. If this is a fetch land, this is so much different. If we had a fetch land to play. Because now this is a 3... Well, I guess it's not that much different. You just still keep... They're leaving the Stalker. Okay. They would kill the Stalker and leave the Orc. I would love to draw, like, Chalice. It's not really a Chalice. I don't think I want to cast Dweller because they don't need to cycle more. They just need to Living End. They have 2 cards in hand. I just lose to Shardless Agent, right? I mean, I think I have to play Stalker out I don't think getting a bowmaster in play is enough. He living in, he gets grief, and you got no more dweller. Solid point. That is a solid point. Well, maybe you're right that them killing bowmasters and the orc like that was like a sign that they didn't have a cascader in hand. I don't really know. I don't think I have any real good options here. I think I maybe should have mulliganed harder. I think that was where maybe I lost the game. Um, Nah, this is Shardless Agent and we're dead. Ugh. Yeah, I could have just mulliganed so much harder. I had 6 sideboard cards. Thoughtseize is not the best of them. I do that a lot. I mean, the good news is if we really want to beat Living End or have a better matchup against Living End, like you just play the 4 ley lines again, but tried to get away with not doing that. Really do hate losing to Living End. Are we dead in 1 hit here? Almost. We're going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we can't actually. Okay, block this. Block this. Yeah, we're not set up well against Living End. I think this was a pretty successful league, though, to be honest. We got crushed by Scam. We lost to Living End. I totally could have mulliganed more. Totally could have mulliganed more. Trying to save damage here. On the off chance that I'm less dead than I think. Yeah, this doesn't do it. Geez, everyone. So Goblin Dark Dwellers. I thought about it. Good. Is that what you're talking about? The 5 mana one? Crack this chest because we won. Fair and square. This is the first chest we ever won with Black Red Mordor, so that's good. Field product cannot be added to your deck. I have to click 5 play points and an underground sea. Damn, if this was, what is this actually worth? Like 1 ticket? This is like bad Pioneer scales. This is old school Descend on a double striking Dwarf Warrior. Might be a solid deck in Pioneer point. But what did we think? I think it was good enough that I would kind of run it back. I felt like this is way too much targeted removal in the board. I don't really have. Yeah, maybe I should splash blue. I know you have hardened scales in Pioneer, Corey. I think like that's why I was saying it. I think it's the only place that the card could get played. Like it's big and splashy enough that this felt like way too much targeted removal. If I'm playing Chalice for Living End and such, maybe I don't play Spellbomb and I just play 4 Chalices. Although had I seen either of them, I would have been happy. So that's like a nitpick that I don't think matters. Um, the Blood Moons were obviously good. Yeah, this felt like too much targeted removal, and maybe 2 Thoughtseize is like a Gab Nassif thing. Like, I'm not that good. Can't just be like, what should these be? So like, Molten Collapse hasn't been great. Bitter Triumph is like legitimately just as good, unless you're playing like against Scales, and maybe I want it against Scales. Um, when we drew him was like kind of meh. Should probably just lower the curve and take him out. Runevelt was never good. I don't think I drew it more than a couple times, but like it was never good. That could easily be a more impactful anything, Goblin or otherwise. Things only have to be goblins, by the way, because of Moria Marauder. That's the only reason that this is like a tribal-ish deck. Bloodthorn Flail. So we did well with this at the pre-release, but I don't actually think that that you just want damage. We're playing 10 cards that trigger Descend. Like, if I need more ways to trigger Descend, I'll cut these caverns. In fact, these caverns were bad. So at least one of them's getting cut. Oh, these should be the fucking Lord of the Rings mountains. What's going on here? There's one that has Mordor on it. Oh, Moria. Yeah. I think these are the ones that I want. Definitely don't want that. These. I know. Does anybody know what the hell that treatment is? Like, why do all Lord of the Rings cards have this like weird? Like, what the fuck is that? The thing across the top where it makes it look like there's fog on it. I don't understand. But we're playing 10 fetch lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like triggering Descend, like I'm playing Moria Marauder to like kind of trigger Descend, like you're attacking. Playing Furies to trigger Descend. Like you're playing Fable to trigger Descend. We don't need to just put bad cards. You could play Mount Doom. Mount Doom would be fine. Yeah, I mean I own a Mount Doom. Why not? I mean it's a little bit painful, but so is the rest of the mana. So we've kind of got 3 flex slots here. Can we put like some kind of orc? Are there orcs we're missing? I know like somebody said Gorebag earlier. Whenever a goblin deals combat damage to your player, you can sacrifice it. So this is like Moria Marauder, but you have to sacrifice the thing. So I don't really want that. I should put this on. We could play Barad-dûr. Why aren't we playing Barad-dûr? Because it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. We only have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legendary creatures. Not good enough. And it only amasses if a creature died this turn. Very bad. Very bad. Zurgo. Now, is Zurgo better? No, because he's a coward. Sting? No. I see this guy a lot. He is a first striking 3/2. Not really good enough, but um, I've thought about playing. No, those cards are too expensive, and I had Pashlik Mons in the first version, and there's just never a board state where you're just like, you sacrifice this goblin for 4 mana to make 2 more, because the goblins you're playing, other than Goblin Blast Runner now, are too good to just like be throwing away for 4 mana. I thought about playing the One Ring card, or not the one, um, the card that makes the ring tempt you a bunch. I understand. We don't need more weird combos. We could use more you know what I mean? Like, it's just want to play the good cards. You don't want to play the cards that get good when you have 3 other cards. Like, these are all just the good cards. Like, Zoyawa and 10 fetch land is good. Like, Moria Marauder is our 1 synergy card. Pain Whirler is good against Bowmasters, and it has first strike against, like, it trades with a regular Fury. Like, it's not bad. Like, those 2 things, decent card. I don't think we want to play Merciless Executioner. Looking at Orc, but really what I should be looking at is like either Spike's deck list or some inspiration. Let's see. Firing Spike. He's got some wild deep. You could play Fulminator Mage, but I don't think you want it in this deck. We could play Inti in the sideboard if we wanted. We could just play Dragon's Rage Channeler. We should just be playing Lightning Bolt. I said it a few times. I should just be playing Lightning Bolt. I think Lightning Bolt is like almost exactly what we want. maybe I should be playing, instead of Lightning Bolt, like Seal of Fire or something like that. Void Mirror is good against Trump. We'd be playing Alpine Moon instead of Blood Moon. Possible though. Curve really low. Pretending that Spike is like. We could play. How hard is this card to really? Really not that good. He's playing 4 baubles really to enable it, and the street race, yeah, nowhere near that. Break the ice. Wow. What is this even for? Urza Saga? Yeah. I really like these Inti Asmo decks. I thought about playing Tarian's Journal, but there's not enough fodder in the deck. Like, you don't mind if stuff dies because you're really trying to push damage. Oh, we could play Phyrexian Creator. Really solve any of the problems I'm talking about, but you could play it. I remember watching him put this in. This is a I don't know why he's playing. Like, what are we trying to do here? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think Lightning Bolt is just a good card. I guess we could play Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble's good with fetch lands. Trigger Zoyawa and Stalker. Digs for Call of the Death Dweller. Should I be playing Lightning Bolts or should I be playing Mishra's Bauble? I play Mishra's Bauble, can I get away with less land? Got 17 lands in this. His whole curve is stops at 2 basically, and then he's got this card. Let's see what we got here. Baubles in this. 18 lands in Bauble? I mean, I do have the Bauble. Should this just be... You know... Should this just be Dragon's Rage Channeler? Like, is that... Am I fucking that up? But then Call doesn't really make a lot of sense. Well, Call doesn't make any less sense than it got, you know, a bunch of cards that go with Call. Bauble with DRC is really good. That's what's got me thinking of it. But I don't actually think I have Delirium very easily. Because I have land, creature, and then sorceries up at 3. And enchantments up at 3. So like this is not a really real Delirium. I get away with 20 lands and probably. Do I cut a fetch? I do. In over Mountain Dew. This feels okay actually because it goes with the Blast Runner, goes with Zoyoa, it goes with Stalker. Goes with Moria Marauder, actually. Is this still too many Zoyoas? I actually really like this. Mountain Dew. Yeah, that's pretty funny. We should make that shirt. You can make it, instead of like that green and red, you make it black and red. Pretty good. Actually really, this should have been playing Mishra's Bauble probably the whole time. The reason, so Mishra's Bauble is good here with Moria Marauder because you exile it, you can play it no matter what. It's good with Stalactite Stalker because it triggers Descend. Same with Zoyoa. It's good with Blast Runner because you sacrifice it. Okay. I'm liking this. I do feel like I should maybe be playing Lightning Bolt still. If this is too many Zoyoas, do I cut a Zoyoa and cut a Fury for 2 Lightning Bolts? That make any sense? Do I cut another land for a Lightning Bolt? I mean, I see... I mean, he's got Springleaf Drum. His curve is like way lower than mine. How many lands is he playing in this one? 18. Got a Mox Amber. Call it 19. But his curve stops at 2. So I can't do 18. My curve goes up to 3. I want to see another deck where he's playing some 3-drops. Like, he hasn't been playing 3-drops. He just has not been playing 3-drops. Okay, here's a deck with some 4-drops in it. There are baubles here. So 4-drops and baubles and Abundant Harvest. How many lands does he end up on? 41? Okay, this is... Oh, this is... He had 2 decks layered on top of each other. That is... He's got a mono black deck that I actually copied and figured out what he was doing. It looked like he had 22 lands in his 4 drops deck. He wasn't playing the baubles in that deck. He was playing the baubles in the O'Hare, whatever. I can't play Mox Amber. It's like, it's cute, but I don't think I can. Huh. I assume he's playing... I mean, this is, like, ridiculously low curve. He's playing Bauble in it, but, like, he's probably playing... Yeah, I was about to say, he's got to be playing 16 lands. He's playing 15. Huh. How do you determine what the right number of lands is when you're playing Baubles? Is it just, like, an EV calculation that I should be doing? Here's some 3 drops. And the 1 ring. And he's on 20 lands. And he's got Springleaf Drum. So 20 seems fair. 20 seems fair. Say half a mana for a bauble? That sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot. I really like this. This is the next thing I'm going to play. In fact, I like this so much that I'm going to replace... Well, I'll leave this one. And they're not in my downloads? Why? Because they don't do dot deck. Oh, wait, can you do dot deck? No, it's going to break it. If only for the printings that I liked. So it feels like 4 bauble would be equivalent to 2 lands, but like when I say it, it feels greedy. You know what I mean? I kind of I want that to be true. I just don't know if it is true. These printings don't matter to me. that was all I wanted to change. This Zoyo is so much better than the other Zoyo. The other Zoyo is disgusting. Like actually gross. Okay, so this is it. This is the new main. Maybe we don't play this, but I don't know what you play instead. Are there other pingers that Call goes really well with that aren't goblins necessarily? Yeah, that's a good point, Corey. That's a good way to look at it. Which I don't know. It's like I feel like it's less than that though, because you have to think of those hands where they're like in your opener and you don't know what they are, and like you kind of want your hand to function like decently well even if they don't hit lands. So like, okay, anyway, adjusting the sideboard now. This was far too many. These felt bad. I mean, this will be easier to trigger. I'm going to keep testing Molten Collapse. Who am I kidding? Is Thoughtseize just the best we can do? Like maybe it's 3 Thoughtseize, and we just have what is essentially 3 Bitter Triumph, 3 Thoughtseize, 3 Blood Moon, or two Spell Bombs and 2 Chalice, 2 Pithing Needles. Pithing Needle never has felt great, but I mean it's okay. Kind of okay. I mean, I don't know if we're actually aggressive enough to warrant these Mishra's Baubles, but like, how bad could it be? Like, considering what we just played, it feels okay. Because Knucklebone Witch is bad. That's why I'm not going full goblins with 4 Runebelt. It's so Knucklebone Witch doesn't solve the problem that Runebelt also has, which is Fury just fucks you, and the way your goblins are dying a lot of the time is to Fury. So like, what? There's almost 0 chance that they sit there and 1-for-1 you while your Knucklebone Witch grows, and now all of a sudden they can't deal with it with their removal spells. Like, it's just not how it happens. So like, you saw how often our stalkers were surviving in those games. Like, you don't need to grow super fast, and the things that they're killing because they're not goblins. Basically, they're killing because they're Orcish Bowmasters. They're killing because they're Ragavans. Like, they're willing to leave this kind of piddly stuff while it clocks them for real, while you do the other stuff. Now, is Moria Marauder just not good enough in this deck anymore, though? What do we have? We only have 18. Oh no, it's 20. Is 20 creatures to go with Moria Marauder enough? No. You're going way too far up the chain. Nobody's playing Wart for a reason. Like, I would play Shieldred before I played Wart. Possible this Ragavan should be Dragon's Rage Chandler, but probably not. I guess this is also a goblin for Moria Marauder, so that's not totally accurate. And when you say 24, I'm like, yes, I'm on board. Especially when Orcish Bowmasters into Moria Marauder is just legit on its own. Kind of want to just run this through one practice, just to like get a feel for the baubles, and then that's probably gonna be it. 4 mana is way too much. It gets you 1 goblin back. Like, Call of the Deathweller is already better than it. And it has to survive to your upkeep, I think, to get the goblin back. Like, this hand is dog shit. And it wouldn't be better if these were Rune Belts. This is very good. This is a great hand. So I think you just toss this back. Because I'm not cracking this bauble until like turn 3. Okay, so now that I have another bauble, does that change? Because I'm playing turn 1 Ragavan, although it's probably a fatal push. I'm playing turn 1 Ragavan. I think I gotta save the bauble still. Lorien revealed. So is this blue-black control? Esper control. Okay. I mean, I could not have a more aggressive start, so Esper Control gonna get pushed to the limit right now. Orcish Bowmaster's so good. Makes me not want to play the it makes me not want to play the other cards. Oh no. Wow. Okay. They must be playing Bowmasters of their own, right? So like I feel as if I do this, I'm more likely to get a good opportunity to play Bowmasters. I don't think my life total is the relevant thing here. So another Lorien revealed, getting cycled. Is it another Rafine's Tower they're gonna reveal? This has got to be like a Watery Grave, right? Another Rafine's Tower. Wow, what is going on? I've thought of Twin Shot Sniper a lot. It seems decent against Scam. So you craft with 4 or more non-lands with activated abilities for 9 mana. So what do you just play a bunch of signets? And then you add, so it is a signet, but it can only activate other signets. Better than a signet. The Soul Ring. Okay, so now it has each activated ability. This card is... I cannot imagine that this works. There's no way. There is no way in hell that this is gonna happen. But we'll find out. I'm gonna cast this. We're gonna check out what they have, because I think my board state wins. Wall of Omens. We're gonna need more than that. I'll play this. I won't. I don't think I want to play the other Mishra's Bauble, because I think, although I don't know what the hell my clock is, but I think I need to keep the Menace train going for this guy, and I don't just even need more cards right now. I'll cast it though. So like, does anybody know what the combo is here? Like, you dump something in your yard and pay 9 mana? That doesn't sound good. Although they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. 6. So I know that they drew a Wall of Omens and they just don't want to play it. Cycling Irrigate. Oh man, I was supposed to fucking play Bowmasters in response to that. Man. You got me. I'm dumb. Good thing we're in the practice room, but okay, so they had the counterspell. They were trying to bait it out. Okay. I kind of think that I want it. Even though it gets blocked by everything. Fine. Um, let's figure out if I want what's next. I believe I do want one. So they take 6, they go to 9. I have 7 damage in play. Orcish Bowmasters is 8. But I'm not gonna know. It's just the Enigma Jewel. But it's a doozy. I don't know what they're gonna combo with. I haven't seen anything that even has an activated ability. Gonna be another subtlety? Oh. Ah, that's pretty cool. That is not bad. Now they block all my stuff pretty well, too. I can, like, kill their token and get in for some damage. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. I think I kill the token and not subtlety. So I'm gonna hit them for 4. But allow them to draw cards again. But we know they have Wall of Omens. So let's just hit them for 3. Guy is clear. I mean, very Delverish. Kind of making me wish I had lightning bolts again. Just to even be out in this type of situation. It's like we are pushing a lot of damage. So the Mishra's Baubles have already felt good. Astral. Does it have to be my creature, or can it any creature? So like, they're a cycling deck. So that's how they're getting away with this clause. So they have 3 mana to cycle with. I mean, now I definitely attack with... This card is so good. Every time I draw it, I'm just like, damn. I'm about to wreck you with this Bowmaster. I love it. Actually lethal. Okay, so they're evoking... I imagine they pop off the Blast Runner. It's just done a lot of damage to them. And then they block the Bowmaster. Yeah. Oh, that is very cool. Okay. I mean, damn. Yeah, they just get that right back. They gotta block my Bowmaster, right? Still? I don't imagine they don't. I mean, you don't leave it in play longer than you have to, right? What would you do? Yeah, what I thought. So we've descended. They're gonna get to Solitude, one of my guys, but oh, death touch counter, menace counter, kill your subtlety. I have a 2/2 menace and a 2/2. I think they're supposed to attack here with Solitude. I imagine they will. I actually don't think I can beat Astral Drift plus Solitude. As crazy as that combination of words sounds. So I am going to block because the chances of them not having a cycler is almost 0. So this will just cause them to cycle here. And I mean, we probably lose anyway. So again, really wishing I had Lightning Bolt for situations like this. But you nab my Stalker, right? Yeah. I probably should have attacked first, but it actually doesn't make a difference in their decision making. Because they would have done the whole cycle thing if they can anyway. Although now they know I have a blocker. Well, they took it anyway, so that was like probably best case scenario. And then I actually really love that I get to play these black-red mountains with my Mordor deck. This is one of my favorite parts, that it just says Mordor on the mountain. That's what I'm calling the deck. So, blocking. You think I'm not blocking? I assume you have another one. I am so excited to play this deck again tomorrow. Take another Fable. Here comes Solitude. No Solitude? There's a reason, I guess, that this deck has never... How could this not even be like another Shark Typhoon? Like, he's drawn so many cards. Although we're the same number of cards into our deck, so this is I'm completely perplexed by the strategy here. Like, I don't understand it. They're just playing blue-white control, and they have these weird value cards. They must be playing 4 of them. And this like strip mine plan is pretty crazy. Like, they did run me out of basics, but I don't know. Like, what? How often is that really gonna work? They have a Wall of Omens in hand, or did they exile that? Exiled it. Solitude. Wow, this is like a straight up Astral Drift control deck. Interesting. I like it. I don't know how good this is, but it did ramp them a ton for these cyclers. I mean, direct damage. The burn. Burn's coming. They're dead without another blocker. I just need a bolt. I've been saying that for 10 15 minutes now. I'm so excited to play this tomorrow. I'm hopefully I'm gonna stream this tomorrow. My girlfriend's going out of town. Going home for Thanksgiving. So like I'll be alone here for a weekish. So I'm probably gonna be streaming a bunch. And I have this exciting deck. Kinda wanted to go play this deck on Monday at my local modern, but I'm not gonna have the Moria Marauders, which is like that's an insane sense, right? I don't think I am. I never ordered them, right? I have like Terminates and I have full scam and I'm gonna play this instead. Like that's how excited I am about it. Cast into the Fire. That was the only Lord of the Rings card I think I ever ordered besides. I have Mishra's Baubles. I have the Goblin Invasion. Oh no. I have a different one. I have Invasion of Kaldheim. Huh. Does Call do anything here? Kind of. They're gonna block here, right? If they have oh. Oh, that's pretty neat. Go to 1. Do I have any Orcish Bowmasters? No. My yard is like so ridiculously empty. Somehow. So they're gonna take 1 at the end step. This is the only game I'm playing against them, by the way. I'm not gonna go through the full match. It's alright. I'm gonna post them all on YouTube, but I do appreciate that you want to see it that bad. Very excited to play this deck some more. I would be comfortable just playing this in Modern forever. Like this is a cool, flavorful merging of. Well, that's pretty bad for me, isn't it? I don't even have a way to. I have to like run this into it and then call the Death Dwellers back. So it has a death touch counter. Then attack again and again. If only I had a bolt. I better play the full match out. Yeah, I was mad. That's a good little emote. All right. Why is this you more game than Sega? Is that you, Shazo? Yeah, but it's not gonna be enough. This is insane. I guess what I'm supposed to do is pass the turn end step of their turn. I try to make a copy again Um, although I should do it in their second. No, I have to do it in their end step. Damn. I'm in pretty big trouble here. I would imagine somebody watching the stream to play this deck on stream would not be looking at my hand. They seem like a person who is not in it to win it. They seem like they're trying to do some cool stuff. I wouldn't even mind. All right, so I lose to this, right? I just can't. I can't win from here. This double triggers and that. That was pretty nuts. That was pretty nuts. I do like it. Esper decks generally have zero answers to Blood Moon. It sounds ridiculous because they're playing white, but like I'm I'm just telling you from experience. Like Blood Moon resolves and they're just like fucked because they are expecting to be able to counter it. Seems crazy to bring in Triumph. Like I think I'm just on the aggro plan with Thought Seizes now. And Zoya was probably really good actually. I think Call is okay, but I don't think I want this many of them. And I don't actually think Fury is that good here. And maybe like it's not like a 4 Blood Moon thing. It's just like you have one. I I don't know. Can you throw this back? This doesn't feel like you can throw it back even, but I have 12 1-drop against the troll deck. I guess I have to throw it back, which is crazy, but I think I have. Maybe. I mean, it's getting Bowmasters down so good. Bowmaster Zoyoa. Not that strong by turn 3 playing this. They're a cycling deck, though, so Bowmasters is really good, but they're going to have one answer. They're going to have one answer. I got to... This is way better. This is way, way better. I think I went up to 3, but I'm not, like... This isn't, like, exactly what I think maybe will be the last version. You know what I mean? This is important. This is very important. Needs to be the Mordor land. I think you throw back Fury here as opposed to a land. Because keeping Fury to evoke with no red cards against a control deck that's blinking their stuff, that just feels wrong. It's possible these cliffs should just be even more fetch lands. Also, whoever said like they need to finish the cycle for like card draw lands, like I didn't even realize that they would trigger Descend. I was just thinking like, yeah, everybody wants those card draw lands for their colors. But yeah, that actually would be so good. So they're going to have a lot of mana to cycle with, so I actually think that I'm just going to main phase this Bowmaster. Because it's not like I can... You could run Four Cliffs, Corey. When I normally don't, because it sounds stupid, but like it's there is a way to play all 3 Blackleaf Cliffs without any of them coming in tapped. So like obviously you don't want all 4 Blackleaf Cliffs, all 3 Blackleaf Cliffs for trying to trigger Descend, but like, you know, it. I don't want a land in my deck that I'm like, I really hope I don't draw that as my 4th land. I mean, obviously Blackleaf Cliffs when 4th land is bad, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want more than I want to draw. Ever. Like literally ever. I'm closer to going back down to 2 than going up to 4. No? So we're gonna attack. And play our 2 guys and play a Blood Crypt tapped. This is a slow start for the deck with all the 1-drops that are supposed to trigger Descend. Yeah, exactly. So that's that. That's how I've done it. Maybe it's not right. So this could be a big old Shark Typhoon. The Bowmaster. I assume killing one of my menace creatures, but maybe they just need to get rid of my Bowmaster. They want to cycle things. That's probably the case, yeah. So let's hope I draw another one. That would be a really good draw. A red card would be a decent draw too. I mean, it's not the worst. It's so funny. This really does work so well with Descend. It's clearly a plant. Like they planned on Stalker and Blast Runner being in the same standard together. They kind of knew that was going on, and they've seeded some sort of black-red Goblins deck into. Although I wonder how they expect you to sacrifice things. Standard. Oof. What is that sound? Like fireworks going off. Yeah, nothing I can do about this. I think I lose this game. I mean, I guess I can just like cast Fury and then maybe. Cycling farmland. So this, if this survives, which is unlikely, it allows us to cast Fury. Which I do think I'm just gonna do. They can cast Solitude next turn though, like just hard cast it. I did not expect to see this basic forest and didn't even notice that they played it. Have we seen a green card? I don't think we've seen a green card. What's going on here? Is this just 5-color Astral Drift? Like what? I guess that's Atraxa. And the whole thing is like blinking Atraxa. I'm just fucked. I can't beat Elshnorn. Oh well, did I bring in Bitter Triumphs? I don't think I did. I think I specifically was like I have to beat them before that. So that's a no good. So now this is just a 3/3 double striker. I think I lose. I guess I really should, when somebody plays Elishnorn or Shieldred, I just have to like really, really respect it. Ugh. Well, that does it. We we almost certainly can't beat Astral Drift. I mean, what we can try to do is get the two Fables thing going and like copy, 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 copy. Um, no. Well, no, that and Astral Drift in hand. That is likely to, right? I guess I'll wait a couple turns to like actually try it, but I am kind of tempted to discard both of them. Guess they didn't play Astral Drift, so I can take it. Shark Typhoon's also just really good, but I can't beat the Drift. This has First Strike. This, in combat, this is like shockingly good. Like it just, I mean, it sounds stupid. Like, oh, 3/3 First Striker, of course it's good in combat. But like, don't expect Modern to be about combat as often as it seems to be. And it being like good against Fury even. Like Solitude can't attack. I can attack into Solitudes if I wanted. Yeah, surprisingly good. So we know they had Dark Typhoon, and that's it. So the end of their turn, I can make 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Reflection. So 4 2/2s. And then they block, you know, these two. So that's 2 plus 4 is 10. Not quite enough. So I need one more land. I get one more land. I'm in business. They also can't really attack into me with their Elishnorn, because like I can make a copy and then block with the copy and the real guy and the shaman token, and I'm in good shape. Although they're just gonna kill me in 2 turns with this giant. 3 modes? What are the 3 modes? But yeah, he's like shockingly good. I have to block to get this Elishnorn off the table. Do I do like 5, 6, 7 like this? If they've drawn like Solitudes and stuff, I lose, obviously. Astral Drift is enough if they have one more Cycler. Yeah. Yep, that'll do me. Um, Nothing I can really do here. I can't even. The guy gave me the deck list. Like, I think it's kind of obvious what he's playing in it. I can't even. I can't copy it because Magic Online chat is so dumb. Oh, it copies even though it doesn't look like it copies. That's interesting. The highlight on video is just Um, Astral Drift Control. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I feel like this testing session, this league, all that stuff was like legitimately good. We free rolled it. We got a treasure chest with garbage in it, but um, I'm actually pretty excited to play this again tomorrow. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, watching it there. Try and come watch us on Twitch. Come hang out. Don't subscribe. Somebody did. I don't know. Don't subscribe. They don't pay me. Get an ad blocker. Don't get an ad blocker. Watch ads like a good citizen. Um, I'm gonna find somebody for you guys to watch. I'm gonna post the Moxfield. Come check us out on the Goblins Discord. I have a thread going there about this. Nobody is I know it's let's go raid somebody. Perhaps have not seen before with not a ton of modern Rakdos scam. Playing Mill? You guys want to watch Zeriak play Mill? I don't want to inflict Mill on you, but about to. All right. I will gonna pass you off to Zeriak. Tell him what we were doing. I'm going to bed. So be there for a minute. But I will catch you after Thanksgiving. See Corey, have a good one. Everybody else, whoop, I moved the wrong window. Everybody else, I will see.